When people come to a country, they should want to be a part of that country. We are not a hotel. This is our home and we need to look after it. It's not about bringing the culture from the other place and turning the UK into the place you've just come from. If I wanted to be in Nigeria, I would have moved back to Nigeria. I don't want to recreate Nigeria in the UK. And I think that there are many people who come from countries where they want to recreate what they are familiar with in the UK. That is bad for social cohesion and it is bad for the very things that made Britain what it is. All of those things which I call, I know you use liberal differently in the US, but there's things that I call liberal values, free speech, equality under the law. People don't understand how special this stuff is. Freedom, that being treated the same no matter who you are, whether you're the poorest person or the richest person, the presumption of innocence, something that's thrown away with cancel culture. We've got to fight these things. And I know what it is like to live in a place that doesn't have these things. So it's very, very precious. And I will die to protect those things. And I don't want the UK being turned into the sort of place that everybody else is running from. Somebody has to defend it.
Yeah, so the big one has happened. Today is not a pleasant update. This is a big bombshell coming from the Conservative Party of the United Kingdom. Now, like you would know, the British opposition party, the Conservative Party led by Kemi Badanoch, has come up with a 5-point proposal. Should they come into power, they're going to implement. And one of each amongst those 5 that is quite disturbing to immigrants is the proposal of 10 years periods for any immigrant who reside in the UK to qualify to apply for their indefinite leave to remain in the United Kingdom. That is to say, if you must apply to have a stay or what they call the green card in the United Kingdom, you must have stayed in the UK for a period not lesser than 10 years time, 10 years periods. Before now, it was 5 years period, and immigrants we are lamenting. Now they are planning to double it to 10 years period. It didn't end there. They're also proposing a 5-year period to wait. Assuming you get your ILRO, you have to wait for 5 more years for you to now apply for your British passport. That is to say, in total, you have to stay for a period of 15 good years or more for you to apply to get the British passport or the British citizenship. People, this is quite horrible. This is insane. And trust me, I refer to this as anti-immigration policies, anti-immigrant policies. Now, the consequences is going to be so hot on people, immigrants who are seriously contributing to the well-being, to the growth, to the development of the UK economy, immigrants who work so hard to contribute to the economy, immigrants who carry out all sorts of jobs to increase the GDP of the UK economy, immigrants who have continued to pay their tax on monthly basis, who are doing genuine jobs to contribute to the GDP of the UK economy, have to pay through their nose for this new policy. Just take a listen.
If you want to stay in our country permanently and apply for indefinite leave to remain, the time you have to live here before you apply will increase from 5 years to 10 years.
Yeah, so the second policy proposal, according to Kemi Badanoch, is saying you must be a net contributor to the UK economy, and you must be earning high salary, and you must not have any criminal records for you to be able to apply for a leave to remain or to apply for a British passport. Now, this policy proposal, some aspect of it is quite understandable in the sense that if you've got a bad or a criminal record, you cannot apply for British citizenship. That's okay. But how about the aspect of saying you must be a net contributor. Doesn't mean these thousands of immigrants who are currently in the UK laboring, working, improving the GDP, offering services to the British people, they are not net contributors. Now, how about the salary scale of thousands of immigrants like healthcare workers, support workers, who are working with very low minimum wage. Now, the average minimum wage here in the UK is within 22,000 to 23,000 per annum, and thousands, if not millions, of immigrants are within this salary threshold. Are they not net contributors to the economy? What is the way forward for them? Doesn't mean that considering this proposal is brought to fruition, when these immigrants have stayed in the UK for a period of 10 years, as it's been proposed by their party, doesn't mean that this set of immigrants cannot apply for the British passport. Is it their fault? Now, these immigrants have continued to pay their taxes, pay their national insurance contributions, continue to giving their best for the growth of the British economy. What is the way forward for them? Let's take a look at the next policy proposal.
3. If you've claimed benefits or need social housing, you can't even apply.
Now, the third policy proposal from the Conservative Party is hinging on benefits, social benefits. Now, the question we are asking, who are those benefiting from these benefits? Is it immigrants or the natives, the British natives? You all agree with me that about 80%, or if not more, of benefactors of this government welfare schemes goes to the British natives. Yeah, that is the truth we must tell ourselves. And so who is benefiting from these government welfare schemes? It is the British native citizens. I don't think an immigrant on skilled worker visa or healthcare worker visa or whatever route you're here in this country is here for benefit. We are not here for benefits. We are giving back to the economy on daily, weekly basis. Yeah, we're talking about universal credit schemes like asylum programs and benefits they give to them when they fall sick, when they are being bereaved, or probably they lost their job, or these are supports they give to their citizens, to their natives. And so we are all aware of this. So these benefits goes more to the British natives. All right? So I've got no issues about that. If they are saying that for you to get your ILR or your British passport, you must not be under any social welfare scheme, I think that is more or less targeting the immigrants, because the immigrants, probably there are few, very minute amount of immigrants who take advantage of these social welfare schemes. So they are saying, if you're under this benefit now, you cannot apply for your leave to remain or your British passport. Well, that's okay, no comments. They should sort themselves out. Let's go to the next policy proposal, please.
4. We will increase the time before you can apply for a British passport from 12 months to 5 years, meaning it will take a minimum of 15 years to start an application.
Now, you heard it from the horse's mouth. You have to wait for 5 good years. 5 good years. Haven't stayed for 10 good years for you to now apply for your British passport, making it 15 good years for you to stay in this country to get your British passport. There are immigrants across the globe here in the UK. Now the decision is left with you to make, whether to decide to vote in this kind of party to come into power or not. So if you're currently residing here in the UK, my advice to you is go register to vote, because at this point in time, the decision it's now left for immigrants to choose their destiny in their hands, by their hands. You have to decide if you want the Conservative Party to come into power or not. Because it is now clearly obvious that the Conservative Party are not immigrant friendly. They are not compatible with immigrants. They don't appreciate what the immigrants are doing to this country. And so we have to take our destiny in our hands to decide if we want this kind of government to come into place or not. Go register to vote in the next parliamentary elections coming up very soon. The next policy proposal, please.
5. If you enter this country illegally or outstay your visa, you'll be banned from ever gaining leave to remain. All are past false.
Now, you've heard it from the horse's mouth. So the fifth proposal from the Conservative Party is saying that illegal immigrants who are currently residing in the UK or those who are about coming to the UK through the back doors are automatically disqualified. And immigrants who outstay their visas are not qualified for indefinite leave to remain or getting a British passport. That is quite understandable, and I wholeheartedly endorse that as well. If you came into the country illegally, and probably you've overstayed your visa period, you can go extend it or get it sorted, or probably find a way out so that you don't continue to constitute a nuisance or a threat to legal immigrants. And I endorse it wholeheartedly. But the key area of concern by genuine immigrants is the aspect of the elongation of the period to apply for indefinite leave to remain and the period to apply for the British passport. It is unacceptable, it is worrisome, and I think there has to be a proper check to that. And I'm calling on all immigrants here in the UK to carefully decide to take their destiny in their hands. Go get registered to vote in the next coming elections. And in that way, you can add your voice in making sure that this party does not come into play. This party does not care about the contributions we immigrants make to this country. It's quite unfortunate that all we do to continue to work tirelessly for this country is not being appreciated, is not being noticed. It's quite unfortunate that most immigrants are in this country as a result of the bad leadership, the bad governance back in their countries that has pushed them into those circumstances. And it's quite unfortunate. But however, considering the fact that it is still the British government that opened the doors for immigrants to come in here to work, it's quite unfortunate that at this point in time, they are not turning their back on these same immigrants. It's quite unfortunate. It's a shame. And I call on all immigrants to work towards ensuring that this party does not come on board. Yeah, so what's your reaction to this video? What's your comments? What's your feedback? I would like to get your feedback from you. If you're viewing this video from any part in the world or here in the UK, please leave them at the comments. We'll be glad to get your insight about this development. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please smash the subscribe button. Please give this video a thumbs up. It helps this video to get to others. It also supports this channel to grow. Please give it a thumbs up. Having said that, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.